This segment is sponsored by Norris Accounting and Tax Services. This week is National Small Business Week, and our next guest has important information to help you get started as a business owner. I am joined by Dion Norris, President and CEO of Norris Accounting and Tax Services, who will share everything you need to know about running a business in just the 4 minutes that we have here. So no pressure. Good to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
So why is it important for business owners, even those who are already established, to hire a CPA?
Well, hiring a CPA is more than just someone who is a tax expert, but it's more of the connections that we have and being a strategic partner for a business. So whether it's insurance, investing, financing, these are things that a CPA can help you with and determine whether or not you are making the correct decision in order to grow your business.
I feel like, it just makes sense, right?
Yeah.
There's so much, even when you're starting a business, growing a business, that to know you have somebody you can trust on that's keeping the financial stuff in order.
Exactly.
It's gotta be good.
And that is the job that I do with my clients, to take that burden off of them. Any questions they may have, I try to answer them and always give them honest advice.
How do you decide what business entity structure is going to work best for somebody?
So regardless of what people see on TikTok, not every situation is great for everyone. So it's more of seeing what their financials are, where their projections are going, and seeing what will best fit their needs, because common one is LLC, but LLC may not be the right business entity structure for everyone, depending on what you're doing or the type of business that you are in.
Okay.
So as you switch business structures, different liabilities and aspects of that structure will help protect you, or vice versa. So it's kind of taking a holistic view of what the business needs and the person, and advising them on what will be best.
Nothing like getting into it and realizing this is probably not benefiting me more than the other direction would have, or the other
Exactly.
entity.
And if I had a few clients that were in the wrong business entity structure, and we had to reverse that, and it's more work trying to fix things.
We want to start things off as smooth as possible. There is a lot that goes into running a business. What advice do you have?
So one of the biggest things that I am seeing when it comes to running a business is a lot of clients like to have the ideal of running a business, but don't truly understand. And a lot of that is bookkeeping, the compliance aspects of running a business, where it's payroll, knowing whether or not you have contractors versus W-2s, the labor requirements with those. So it's fully understanding everything, the business, quote unquote, side of running a business. Some people are great at having an ideal, and my job is to help them on the business side when it comes to compliance laws, regulations, and things of that nature.
I feel like, too, some people think they know what they think they should know, but they really don't. And sometimes even just, I feel it's probably a little struggle for you sometimes getting over that hurdle of like, look, I do this every single day. Like, please let me help you.
It sounds like you've been in my office with my clients.
We've had a business before, so I get it. So you're there to help with that confidence, and there's so much that goes into it, but there's also taxes. This is that time of year. We were all just thinking about it. How do you help business owners save on taxes?
So that is where the tax planning and tax strategies come into play. And one thing that I like to advise people on, there's a difference between tax preparation and compliance, which is that January to April timeframe is what that is for. Where now that we are past that is more the tax planning and tax strategies and planning for next tax season. So there's a variety of things that can happen with a tax planning strategy, because the code is 40,000 pages long. Not everyone wants to read that. So it's finding and taking time to figure out what will be best for you and legal ways to avoid paying taxes, and that's what this period is for right now.
And I feel like, too, you're on top of everything, because it's always changing.
Yes.
Your tax codes are changing, laws are changing, and you're the one that has to be up on top of that. So knowing that has got to give some relief for people.
Yes, that is my job.
That's a lot for you to take care of.
It's definitely a lot, and it's something I take pride in, and just alleviating that burden for my clients and just giving them any advice that they may need, and staying on top of all the changes that happen.
Yeah, well, that's why you are so good at what you do, Dion. Thank you so much for being here. Such great advice.
Thank you very much.
For more information, you can call 202-750-5734. Visit norrisaccountingservice.com, or email Dion directly to info@norrisaccountingservice.com.